voodoo cheek. Kiss my voodoo cheek. Kiss my voodoo cheek. Kiss my voodoo cheek. Raising hell is what you say, but I can't tell the price. It won't be cheap. You say the rich are suffering. It's so damn hard paying all that tax. Blame all the foreign zombies, taking all the jobs from behind your backs. Wave your hoodie hand. They'll see right through your plan. Kiss my voodoo cheek. Come on, kiss my voodoo cheek. Kiss my voodoo cheek. Kiss my voodoo cheek. Raising hell is what you said, but I can't tell the price. It won't be cheap. Magic spells that fade away from their sleep. Victims away, your charms are gone. No words of power, the truth will out. This is the hour we can speak. So kiss my voodoo cheek. Kiss our voodoo cheek. Kiss our voodoo cheeks. Kiss our voodoo cheeks. Kiss my voodoo cheek. Kiss my voodoo cheek. Kiss my voodoo cheek. Kiss my voodoo cheeks. Nah, Hello, welcome to Guitar Trek. I am Richard J. Dowling, and you've just listened to Kiss My Voodoo Cheek, or Cheeks. I haven't decided at the time of doing this video if it's going to be singular or plural. We'll get to that later on. So the genesis of this song was, I had a guitar riff, the very simple, E major, D major, A major. Obviously inspired by Can't Explain by The Who. I think it's the same chords, more or less, and the Kinks, that sort of thing. And I've always wanted to write those sort of catchy melodic rock songs, but rock in the sense of, you know, the 60s 70s rock, not like hard rock, pop rock maybe. And I had the verse melody, and then I also had the chorus melody, which is the same chords. Normally, when you're writing a song, the accepted wisdom or the usual practice is that the verse is in a lower tone, a lower pitch than the chorus, and because it's very easy to give the sense of energy and lift when the vocal rises in pitch for the chorus. It gives you the energy just automatically, despite what the arrangement is, or despite the rhythm or whatever. It just usually it works well. But there were some great songs written where that's not the case. Roxy Music have quite a few where the chorus is actually lower. So one of the things in the back of my head, one of the challenges I sort of set myself, was to see if I could do a chorus where it was lower than the verse. So that was the original thinking for this. And the original line for the chorus was, "Be my tidal wave, be my tidal wave," something like "Be my tidal wave." But if you've been watching these Song a Week videos, you'll have noticed that I had a few ocean or sea themed songs, so I was trying to get away from that. And my first response was to think of, well, what rhymes or what sounds similar to wave, because the vowel sounds are very important when you're working on melodies and songs. The same melody sung with a different vowel, it can make or break it. It's very difficult to. I mean, there will be technicians out there who can tell you why, but I just know from my own experience that sometimes, you know, a certain vowel sounds good. This is my second attempt at this thoughts video, because the first one I filmed and I hadn't checked the camera angle, and the recording software I'm using doesn't allow me to monitor at the same time as record, and it was just basically the top of my head. So I decided not to inflict that on the world, and I've re-recorded, but you can probably tell my voice now is getting near the end of its tether. So anyway, so I had the idea of tidal wave, didn't like that. Need another word that sounds similar. Face. I thought face sounds similar. Face. That could work. And for no apparent reason, just the phrase "kiss my voodoo face" came into my head. I tried it out and I thought, oh, that sounds really good. And I think it was because I was in mind, this riff and this guitar was sort of, I was thinking, well, what sort of lyrics can I do? And I remembered the Rolling Stones around about this time, a bit later, were getting into their Black Magic, Satanic Majesty's Request mode. So I think something about voodoo must have been there. And obviously, one of the previous songs was "You're Not There, Solitaire." Solitaire was a character in the James Bond film Live and Let Die. That featured a lot of the voodoo culture and mystique. So maybe that, I think that was sort of kicking around. Whoops, Oy, crap. Okay, everything's okay. Obviously voodoo at work there. So that was kicking around in my subconscious. Then when I started to work on the lyrics, my son overheard me. He said, "What the hell are you singing, Dad?" And I said, "I'm singing 'Kiss My Voodoo Cheek.'" He said, "What does that mean?" I said, "Well, I didn't really know at that point." And he said, "It should be 'Kiss My Voodoo Arse, Dad." He's a Chelsea fan. And the thing is, in English, I'm not afraid of using swear words in a song if it's the right word. But it's just the word, because of English we say arse, and it just doesn't work. "Kiss my voodoo arse." I just couldn't make it. Just sounded awful. It sounded wrong. And this is why I was saying about vowels are very important. But cheek worked quite well. So "Kiss my voodoo cheek" worked sonically. It sounded okay. But then I was a bit lost as to what it could actually mean, because I'm trying to write songs that have a meaning. It's not obligatory. I mean, a lot of songs I enjoy are songs where really the lyrics sound good, but they don't really mean anything. I mean, a lot of early Simple Minds stuff, it sort of conjures up images, but if you were to say, well, what's the song about? Well, I don't know. It means something when you listen to it with the music, because you get an emotional experience from it, but not necessarily something that you could go away and analyze and say, oh, okay, well, this is a story or whatever. But I'm trying at the moment to work on lyrics that mean things, because I think one of the problems I have with modern pop music is that I don't understand what they're singing about. I look at lyrics, I listen to lyrics, and I think, well, what are you saying? I don't know. So I wanted to write something with a bit of meaning to it. Unfortunately, or fortunately for the world, I'm not practicing black magic or voodoo or anything like that, so I don't really know. It's not my world. I don't really know a lot about it. And I felt that it didn't ring true to be writing from the viewpoint of a voodoo witch doctor or something, really just not me. And then I was pondering this for a moment, and the phrase voodoo economics came to mind. And I remembered the Reaganomics era of trickle-down economics. We've got to look after the rich so that they will help the economy. Of course, in practice, rich people proportionally don't spend a lot of money. If you've got one rich person and he buys a car and a house, or 10 cars and 10, it's not the same as if you have a well-to-do working class and middle class, millions of people with an affluent lifestyle spending. So the economy always, I think, it works better that way. That's just me. Then, so the song really is about something that really annoys me, which is when you get politicians or economic experts or members of the elite or whatever you want to call them, laying the blame for economic problems on the poorer elements of society, like immigrant workers or unemployed people. They're not the causes of these problems, as far as I know, but they're an easy scapegoat. And so that's what this song is about. It's saying, kiss my voodoo cheek. I don't believe your voodoo economics. I don't believe that we should blame poor people for the economy or immigrants for the economy. We should be trying to work together as a society and trying to do the best for everybody, not just for the wealthy 1% or whatever it is. So that's the idea behind the song. The first verse, I don't have the lyrics to hand at the moment. The first verse, I'll print the lyrics below the YouTube video so you can look at it. So I do use some imagery from voodoo because it seemed to gel quite well. You know, the selling magic potions and this sort of thing. And with regards to structure, the song, it's quite complicated. It sounds like a typical rock song. You've got it's very simple, but there are a lot of elements to it. So the main riff is that then you have, because the chorus uses the same harmonic progression, although the voice is lower. But then actually, it started off lower, but then it just jumps up again in the second half because it sort of needed something to do that. And what was it? Yes, it's got F sharp minor, A major, and B as a pre-chorus leading back into. Post-chorus, because I needed to get back from the chorus into the verse, which is the same chord. So again, you need something to transition. So it was a very simple D major, A major, then for the bridge it was B major, A major, D major, E major, and then ending on it's just a B power chord really, because I've got the two open strings, the E and the B are open. I don't know if I played it well, to be honest, but that's open. And that's the song. Thank you very much. Actually, that reminds me, I wanted to thank all of the subscribers, and both old and new, everyone who's been watching and who's been commenting and liking. It really means a lot to me, and it ensures that I will continue to make these songs and to upload them. And I really enjoy hearing people's comments, so please do. And I'm now going to get to work on the long-awaited Marmite song for Connie. Not as glamorous a challenge as the first one, I admit, which was about Fiona Fullerton, but this has its own, let's say, what I like about it is the idea that, well, I don't want to write a song about Marmite, and in fact I'm not going to use the word Marmite in the song, but I like the idea of writing a song that if you know it's about Marmite, you'll think, it's about Marmite. But if you don't know it's about Marmite, then you'll think it's about something else, something more rock and roll. That's the intention anyway, and you'll be able to see how I get on next week. Take care. Bye-bye.